Okay, so in the first house we have Grand Trine blessings. First house is your house of self, your physical body, your vitality, your life force. It's also your what you project to others, so what they see. So that would be your observable characteristics, your personality, your expression, and so on. It's also, this card is very much about the self. So it's also your self-oriented interests and how you are making your way in the world. So your personal independence, and your daily, activities, and how you're, projecting yourself outward. So with Grand Trine blessings coming in, this is saying, that you may at this time feel like you need to take the path of least resistance. So this is about going in the flow. So flow with whatever is occurring, flow with your emotions, trust those, to get you where you need to be. So there's an improvement, a general improvement at this time. So if you've had a rough patch, then there will be an improvement coming in for you. You may just find that, if you are in the flow, then you are in the right place at the right time to pick up any kinds of opportunities that may be coming to you at this time. So follow any lucky breaks or any opportunities that may come to you. Try them all. Don't be complacent. You must actually work at it to bring those opportunities home. This is the time where blocks that you have previously experienced will be lifted. There will be fewer obstructions and obstacles. And you'll be well received by others as well. So, the energies will be lighter, and you will be well received. It's also a good time to ask for finance if that's what you need to at this time. For some of you, you may just be feeling that this is a time of completion. So it's like something has completed in your life, and you're now sort of, going with the flow to move into the next chapter, which is actually coming up in your chart later on. So, whatever it is, you may be making new goals, or you may have to stick to your existing goals, whatever it is. But you're going to be, the energies are going to be lighter, and there's going to be good flow for you, going forward, at this time. Then in the second house, we have Jupiter return benefits, lovely card. So second house is your house of income, where your money comes from, how it's coming in, how you're using it. It's also the house of your self-worth and the house of your values, your value systems. So this is what you value about yourself, what you value about others, and also in your possessions. So this house rules all possessions and ownership. So that's everything that you own and whatever you possess. And it's also the emotions around that, and this is connected to self-worth and value and so on. So with Jupiter return benefits coming in, this is the return usually takes about 12 years to come back around again. So something from about 10 years or maybe slightly longer is going to has a strong possibility of coming back and bearing fruit. So this is something that perhaps an idea or a business that you wanted to start, or a project that you were involved in that just never got off the ground. So whatever it was shelved, or it was put aside, or it was put on the back burner, or it just never really took off. So this thing could very well come back now and bear fruit for you. Or it could just be an old idea that's now coming back to you and now can be implemented. But whatever it is, it brings benefits to you. You could be receiving a windfall or a benefit of some kind coming to you now. So good fortune is indicated, profit if you've got a business, doors opening, even debts are covered with this card. It could also be that you're just obtaining relief from a difficult period. It could even be financial relief or just abundance coming in, which is going to bring relief for you. There's strength coming in. Jupiter brings that in. Also faith in yourself. So that's your self-worth and faith in what you're trying to do. So just general faith, and having a more optimistic outlook. Opportunities come in. As I said, you need to follow those. They will not be around for very long. So whatever opportunities sort of come to you and you notice them, be quick to follow up and follow them all. Not all of them will work, but somewhere in there will be something that is going to be beneficial for you. So just be careful though with Jupiter that any windfalls or abundance that are coming to you, that you don't blow it or overindulge, blow whatever is coming to you. If it's a windfall, blow it all on something, on a big possession or ownership of something which is not necessarily for your happiness. Or it could be an overindulgence of some kind. So just be careful of that, tendency with this coming in. But it's a very beneficial, very abundant card to be coming at you. And you need to actually harness the energies coming in with it. Then in the third house, we have Yod Destiny. Third house is your house of communication. So that's all forms, written, verbal, body language, even anything you do online. It's all communication, all forms of self-expression. It's also the house of contracts and documents that you may be dealing with right now. It's also the house of short trips, although I don't feel that necessarily is indicated for you at this time. When it comes to the communication, this can be to anybody really. It could be in a smaller environment or on a grander environment or more public arena. But it can also be for specific family members. So this can be cousins, aunts, uncles, relatives in general, and also siblings. Also neighbors may come in on this as well. So now with Yod Destiny coming in, this is a bit of a stressful card. It's a little bit of a tension that's coming in with this card. So you may have something you need to say, or you may be wanting to say something, or you just may feel that communication is off at this time. And you may be just feeling out of step with others, almost like a black sheep, or you're feeling different from everybody else around you at this time. This is appropriate at this time because what it's going to bring in for you is you're going to be forced to go inward. You're going to be forced to consult your own inner feelings. And when you do that, as soon as you do that, it's a necessary process. As soon as you do that, you begin to find your own truth, to find your own path, to find your own way. So it's accessing your inner knowing, your inner GPS. And that is the purpose of this card. So there is purpose in that, actually. And that is about you finding your purpose and finding your destiny, or destiny coming for you in some way. And it's going to force you to go inward. So you will not receive much support at this time. And that is necessary to bring you to a point where you stay present and you go inward. So you may just feel like you're slogging through some stormy conditions at the moment. You may just be having to navigate by trust on an unknown path at this time. You also need to sort out what is working, what is not working for yourself. However you express yourself, however you have been expressing yourself in the past may not be working for you now going forward. There may be documents and contracts involved, something, but there is some stress and tension in this house. But whatever is coming for you and whatever you're grappling with in this house, it's fated, and it's destined for you. So you just need to navigate this path and stay on it by trust, and have trust that things will work out as they're supposed to do. But you may just be feeling that you're on your own at this point, standing alone, and that you're just carving a path for yourself right now. It's about being adaptable. You may have to make a few sacrifices along the way as well. Then in the fourth house, this is your house of home, your physical home. It's also your atmosphere in your home, the people in your home, and it's also your relationship to your family, your roots, your foundation, your ethnic identity, your ancestry, however it is for you, but it's your relationship with that whole scenario, your family in general. So this house is about home and family. So now, with the Aries card coming in, you're facing a bit of a challenge at this time. You may be desiring very quick action or achievement, or you have some kind of vision and ambition which you are trying to bring into being. And this card is going to give you that the fire is going to be lit. It's going to give you that energy to tackle it. But it could manifest as impatience or rash behavior or quick temper or even aggression. Okay. So just be aware of that. Rather what you should be doing is aiming for cooperation, compromise at this time. You may not feel like you want to do that, but you may have to do that to make progress. It's about measured action. Measured action is when you calculate what it is you need to do. You consider all the angles, and then you move forward in a systematic and strategic way. So it's about steady action, being steady. It's getting things started, pushing forward. So however this manifests for you, whether you're busy with a renovation or you're busy moving, or there's something else going on in your home life, or you're dealing with difficult circumstances in your home, or it could even be a relationship to your family. Perhaps there are issues that have come up, some kind of challenge which you're facing. And all of these factors are going to come in, what I've just talked about. They're going to come in for you at this time. Then in the 5th house, we have Chiron healing. 5th house is your house of, it's your creativity. So it could be a creative project you're working on, or it's your particular brand of creativity. It's not necessarily artistic. It can be how you express yourself, how you decorate your home, how you talk to others, how you deal with your children, because the 5th house also deals with your children. So it represents your children or children that you are associated with at this time. It's also about conception and so on, bringing children into the world and all of that. It's also the house of love affairs, and it's the house of fun and pleasurable activities. Any activity which is going to do you good, makes you feel good. There is a speculative aspect to this, so it could be a sort of a gambling activity or risk-taking activity, which could be stock exchange related and so on. So with Chiron healing coming in, it's saying that before you can move ahead with anything in this house, healing is required. So healing required before progress. So whatever generally the Chiron healing card covers any kind of illness or dysfunction which is present in your life, and it's coming in your 5th house. So any kind of illness or dysfunction or repetitive situation which is keeps coming up for you, it's a reminder of a painful situation or a painful circumstance or even a painful physical wound or something that occurred. Now this could be with you, or it could be with your children. Perhaps you're seeing it in your children, or it's your interaction with your children, or it's with your current love partner, or it just could be a project that you've been involved in, or some kind of activity which brought about some kind of repetitive angst or situation which was painful for you. So now with this card, in order to come out of the darkness, you have to first examine this repetitive issue, or look at this wound or this emotional issue or whatever it is that is painful for you. You need to look at it, bring it into the light, fully accept it, look at it from all angles, see what purpose it had in your life. So the illness or dysfunction, what purpose it served, what it brought about in your life, the circumstances around it. You have to look at it all in clear light. As soon as you do that, then you can acknowledge what purpose it had in your life. Once you acknowledge it, you accept that, and then you release it. And once you've fully accepted it, released, or forgiven it, whatever it is that it came into your life with, whatever pain or difficulty brought in, once you accept it and you see the function it had, you accept it and you release it, then it should not reoccur. Okay. So it's a learning process. It takes great courage to do this, but it's necessary at this time. So you're resolving things. With this card, you may find that you have to visit a health facility of some kind. This could be unexpected. So something may come about and you may have to visit a health facility. This card also brings in everything to do with natural healing therapies, even medicinal or natural remedies, natural therapies and healing therapies, whether it's a yoga retreat or some other kind of natural remedy, naturopathy, homeopathy, chiropractic, whatever. It's the enjoyment of that and in order to help you move forward. So you could be learning more about it, or you could be joining classes about it, or you could be hearing about it or dealing with it in some way. Following that in general, you could be learning about it and publishing what your side of it or what you've learned, or it could be a home business that you've been busy with, and this is your creative endeavor. Now you're now publishing something about what you know, whether it's the natural herbs or whatever it is. Also, with this, nature is important. Spending time in nature and dealing with all natural things. So this could be fun activities that you need to get out and about and go and do and spend time in nature. And this is going to lift your energy considerably. This is really going to help you in a tremendous way. So spend time in nature, do fun activities out there. learn a bit more about supporting yourself through difficult times, but most of all, address these repetitive issues or these wounds that are sitting there and have been there a long time. Then in the sixth house, we have earth element stability. So the sixth house is your house of work, workplace, your work colleagues, and your daily routines around that, and also mastery of your craft. So whatever it is that you do. It's also the house of health and diet, lifestyle, things like that. And it's the house of pets. So with this card coming in, you're either finding stability and strength, or you need to bring that in. Ground yourself in the best way possible, anchor yourself down. It's also got a very practical aspect to it. So it's about being practical, having patience, and also structuring what you're doing in this house. Get organized. And take responsibility for what it is that you want to do, what you want to bring into this house. You could be making very good contacts at this time, or you may be launching a business, and those contacts are going to be very, very helpful for you. With this card, it has all those lovely grounding, structural, practical, methodical aspects to it, and finding your own strength. So all of that comes in, but it also has the other side of it, which can sometimes manifest where you may fall into stubborn and fixed views about things. So it's stubborn and fixed views, fear of change, or fear of trying something new. So this could be something you've inherited from a family situation. So it's like a mindset that's come to you, or it could be something that you've developed over a long period of time to stay safe. So you need to let go of that now. So let go of those stubborn fixed views. They could be old-fashioned views, or they just could be outdated views, or it could just be fear of change, trying something new. You're kind of plodding along, and you need to take action now to let go of those concepts, those thoughts. Let go of them, try something new, shift your energy, try different things, and let the energy shift in its own way. Give it room, okay? If you're stuck in fixed or stubborn views, you don't give it room, and then things don't grow, okay? You could also have issues with hoarding or materialism. This could be, as I say, in your work environment, or this could be in your home, in your lifestyle, to do with your health and your diet. You perhaps are, it could be even emotional, eating emotionally, because you're grappling with deep-seated feelings which need to be fed all the time. These are feelings of fear, or fear of change, or just anger or unhappiness. You keep feeding those fears with food and so on, or just an unhealthy lifestyle. So look at all these things, bear it in mind, and have a more wholesome approach, a more carefree approach to what you're doing. Try different things to lift the energies. With this card coming in, it may be appropriate from a health and diet point of view to be growing your own food. So if you've got a small patch of ground, you don't need a lot. Grow your own food, try different things, get your hands in the soil, very important, and it will nurture you, and it will nurture your family, your children, your lifestyle in general. It's about eating healthier, really. So tackle that, and that will lift your energies considerably.